What's up, y'all? What's up, everyone? Welcome, welcome. Hope you can hear me all right. It's a little breezy. I'm hoping it's not hitting the mic, but as you can see, we're outside. I'm really excited. Making pizza. I have this pizza oven here that I'm preheating right now. I made some dough ahead of time, and I'm ready to go. Have a beer. Frida's out here. You're probably gonna hear her whining. But yeah, I'm excited. I was ready to go today, and then it started raining randomly, so I had to put all my stuff back inside for a minute and then get going. But we're good. We're live now. We're ready to go. So I took your suggestions for the different pizzas to make today. A vest. No vest today. Glad you're here as usual to tell me how the audio sounds. But yeah, I took all of your suggestions, and no one suggested arugula, pepperoni, and sausage, so I'm not making that one. But yeah, I have some sort of more regular ones, some a little more weird ones. People are trying to challenge me online. Sure, I'll take the challenge. I always take the challenge. Sounds aight. But yeah, I'm excited. And let's see, have like a makeshift table here that I set up to do this. And this is the peel that I'm going to use because it fits in the oven really well. Whereas I'm going to use the other peel as a way to take them out of the oven. Also, hope it doesn't rain again. When I planned this, it said it was not going to rain basically all day, but here we are. However, the wind is probably making the oven heat up quicker. Yeah, it is looking good in there, so it probably will be ready in about 5 more minutes. I don't want to start the pizza a little bit too early because I'm afraid that it'll stick to the pizza peel. So I have all the doughs here. I made them earlier. It's a very hydrated dough, so it is more likely to stick because pizza dough, you want it to be very hydrated, or else it will. It's not gonna like puff up. It'll take longer to cook, especially when we're cooking these pizzas at like 1,000 degrees, and they'll only take, 2 minutes at most to cook. No, you don't use cornmeal when you're cooking at 1,000 degrees. Cornmeal is not a good idea. It will absolutely burn on the bottom of the thing. Thank you, Rich. Just got a haircut. Shout out to Goodfellows Barbershop here in Columbus. Sadness? You don't need cornmeal when you're making pizza this good. All right. Let's get in there, and I think I can basically start building one here. So I always like to, let's see, no arugula. Cornmeal and alderon, well, the climate is different there, so it's okay to cook with cornmeal there, but here on Earth, so yes, Sally, I do use 00 pizza flour, and I also made this dough with my own sourdough starter. So it's basically like the 00 flour, some water, the sourdough starter, and a lot of salt. I made it 3 days ago, and I put it in the fridge, and then it's basically been in the fridge for 3 days, and I took it out like an hour or two ago. And then let's see, you probably can't see because it's so bright, but there's some like bubbling going on in there. And that's what we basically don't want to disturb as we're making these pizzas, to keep it like really nicely aerated when it goes in the oven. That's coming along pretty nicely for sure. So I guess I could start going. So I like to always make like a pretty normal pizza to start off with. So the first one was a suggestion from Instagram of soppressata and goat cheese, which soppressata is actually like my favorite pizza ingredient. I love it. It's kind of like, to me, it's like a cross between pepperoni and salami. So it's like, I don't know, it's my favorite thing to put on pizza, definitely. So just checking how things are going with the oven. Haven't used this in like a year. But it's looking good, very good. I did forget to bring out my thermometer. If I can touch the floor, then it's not really ready. Goat quality food, yes. Frida found a hole and she's digging something now. She knows I'm not gonna bother with her, so she's gonna be extra bad right now for me. All right, let's see. Going to need more beer for the weight, yeah. Let's see. All right, I got this thing. A lot windier than I expected out here. So we're just gonna take this and nice and gently, basically, this is already a mess. Nice and gently, just like spread it out here. You guys can't even see that well. Thank you, Teresa. Yeah, Rich, pizza is definitely one of the best foods for sure of all time. All right, look at that. There we go. So when you're making this, you just kind of constantly have to be checking that it can slide around like that, or else it's going to be trouble. All right, I'm just going to put a little bit of tomatoes on here. This is just a can of crushed tomatoes. It's not sauce or anything. I'm keeping it light also. I was going to cut this up a little bit earlier. Keeping it real, what, John? That I'm a complete mess? Is that what's real? I do wish I had a tool for this goat cheese, but I do have plenty of napkins out here at least. It's wood fired, Rich. It has wood chips in it. So there's like just a little fire in the back that basically spreads out throughout the whole oven. That's why you tune in all the time, John, just to watch me fail. Is that what's happening here? Yes. No, the only lumber that I chop is in Stardew Valley. This is just wood pellets that you buy. I can show you, they're right here. So I'm just gonna keep my eye on that. Hey, Vicky. Andrea, it's like a combination of, so the dough is definitely at room temperature at this point. But room temperature is like kind of cold right now since we're outside. But it's just the dough that I made. It's a very soft dough. And I got to keep checking this because it should only take a few minutes. Oh, pretty good, pretty good. So this is an Uni oven, and it uses wood pellets to heat up. But they also have gas versions. They have hybrid versions. They have a lot of different kinds. I'm going to put a little more of the pellets in the back there. First time firing this thing up in a while. So it has, let's see. It has like a pizza stone on the bottom, yeah. And if you look in the hole, you can see the fire basically like actual flames go up from the back and over the entire pizza. Yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic purchase, and it's not even that much money. So I am very happy with it. I also haven't used it since November-ish, so I'm kind of like relearning it. Because actually, most people that I've talked to that have one, it's like it is definitely a learning curve. Like I said that this would only take 2 to 3 minutes to cook, but it's already been in there about that long. Yeah, Sally, there's definitely like a smell in the air in the neighborhood right now. All right, well, first one, it's a learning curve a little bit, but yeah, it's still cooking well, thankfully. The dough is good, the fire is good, so we are good. Christian, normally I have my infrared thermometer with me, but I left it inside. That's how I usually tell. If you're making pizza of any kind, infrared thermometer is an A+ purchase, even if you're doing it in your own oven. Because that way, if you use like a pizza stone or pizza steel, you can tell how hot the stone is. No, I didn't actually say all the options yet. I wasn't sure if I would leave them a surprise or not. All right. This is like getting pretty good there. But for the second one, it's going to be nicely preheated and ready to go. So we're all good. Let's see, what else am I making today? People suggested a lot of stuff, but the ones that caught my interest were, someone said a shrimp cocktail pizza. Never had that. Was interested in that as a concept. So I made some homemade cocktail sauce and cooked some shrimp. We're gonna make that with a little bit of a butter crust. Not crust, but like butter sauce. I can really like hear this cooking now, so. Because when this thing's really going, it really is like a minute and a half. Oh, Frida's barking. Frida. So I don't want to burn it. Let's see. Yeah, just like on broil and stuff. But I like to check the temperature because you never know. You never know. Anyways, shrimp cocktail, making that one. Someone suggested peanut butter and bacon, and then also said like a sauce. So like a berry sauce, which I actually already had a blackberry habanero honey. It's fantastic. And I thought it'd be great on a pizza. I'm just gonna hit the other side for like a minute. Doesn't even need a minute. Teresa, her name is like the artist Frida, not like the rapper Big Frida. And she's usually at daycare on the day that I stream. Free? Come on now. Anyways, look at that thing. Now she's barking at the pizza itself. I am going to put in a little bit more chips so that we're keeping this thing really fired up. Did you guys see that? Flames came flying out. This tool actually came with it, and it's really handy for scooping the chips in. And it has a hopper, basically, so like you fill this up, and as it burns, the chips slowly move downward towards the fire, and that way you can load it up, and it can just be going for like a solid half hour without having to put any more in. Hey, Kelly, thank you, yes. Highly suggest this oven for people. Habanero mango sauce, yeah. Habanero, I usually like habanero banana. I don't know if you've tried that one. Brian, I'm on the waiting list for Wizard of Za. I'm not sure when we'll actually get it, but I'm on the waiting list. So the one thing I didn't bring out here was my pizza peel, actually. No, pizza cutter. The peel's right here, obviously. So I think I will have to run in. I'm going to get the thermometer, and I'm going to get the pizza cutter. And it will only take me about 15 seconds, and I can still talk to you guys while I'm in there. So I'll be right back with that stuff, and hopefully Frida doesn't eat this pizza while I'm gone. All right, I'm back. Okay, so this is the infrared thermometer I was telling you guys about. Super, super handy when you're making pizza. And obviously you needed a pizza cutter. Stop trying to get Frida to eat the pizza. So the sun's out now. So no matter what I do, you're definitely not going to be able to see this. But which camera am I going to? There's a really nice like hole structure in the crust. And that comes from a combination of the dough itself, but also the oven, which the oven's awesome. Even with that slow to start pizza, still came out fantastic. Great. All right, let me organize myself here. Don't need this and this anymore. Oven's firing off, so it's going to be super hot. So we can just keep going. Butter got a little non-melted. So will it melt if I put it there? Will the whole plastic melt? These are important questions. So I guess I'll do the, my friend Greg suggested anchovy, roasted red pepper, and manchego cheese. So I'm going to make that one now. Yeah, a lot of sirens. Well, actually, we live next to the hospital, so that's where a lot of the sirens are coming from. So does anyone actually like anchovies on their pizza? Or did the Ninja Turtles ruin the concept of that for you? Yeah, he must, right? Oh, Brian's gonna find me. Go to the hospital, find the pizza smell. It's really simple, honestly. So what I do when I'm doing this too is just I work it in a way so that there is still a crust. And that way you're like, I'm taking a lot of the bubbles out of the inside, but I am keeping a lot of the bubbles in the crust area. So that way we still get that nice crust. Because in the past, I used to just like kind of, I've done it with like rolling pins and stuff, and it's too flat. I like having the crust, especially when you work so hard to make this dough really good. And you have that nice char on it from the oven. So yeah, you just watch the stream on your phone, and if you hear the dog barking. So for this one, I wasn't sure about sauce or not. Again, I'm just gonna put a very light coating of the tomatoes. And then I'm gonna put down the roasted red peppers. Teresa, I can do that, but it's not really good for this type of dough. I do it when I'm making pizza inside in the oven, because then the dough is a little more is a drier, more workable dough. This dough is very wet, so you have to be kind of careful with it. OONI is the oven, Deb. OONI. Okay. Now I'm going to put the cheese on. Just enough fell for the dog. Cheese is easily her favorite food. And now we're going to be like fancy with the anchovies here. Yeah, Manchego is definitely one of the best pizzas, or cheeses. Rich, I know you like rating things, so I don't know what your top 3 cheeses are. The mouth of a sandworm, yes. Yes, anchovies are definitely like sardines. All right, this one actually will take only 1.5 minutes, probably. And the key to this also is like when the door isn't shut, then the fire comes out of the back of the pizza, of the oven, like back here. So when the door's shut, then that's when the fire actually goes like right over the pizza. You actually can see when I open the door, you might be able to see the flames coming out of there. Also, I'm supposed to take pictures of these, so. This one has the bite taken out. Perfect time for a sip of beer. Triple creme, always good. Manchovy, that's, sure, yeah, we can do that. You've already said too many cheeses. Disqualified. Anyone time that one? How long did it take? Pretty tasty looking, right? Look at this, actually cleaning up some space here, reclaiming. I don't even think I need this anymore. You're not just naming the best cheeses, but specifically the brands that make them best. Okay, that's dedication right there. Flour on the yes. I mean, my whole life is flour on my laptop, so it could be the name of my memoir. We did it, you guys. We figured it out. So like this is like crazy airy. There's just like it's just like fluffed up right here so much. Awesome. Ooh. Oh, that's so good. It's like crazy salty though, because anchovies are like insanely salty. That manchego, crazy salty. Oh, can you guys see her? Frida wants it. Oh yeah, you can. She is in there. Frida is just sitting here eating the raw flour off the ground. So there's that. But yeah, manchego, crazy salty. Anchovy salty. So good though. I hope I made Greg proud on that one. He wanted me to get Spanish anchovies, which I would have loved to, but I didn't have time. So anyways, moving on to the next pizza. She's like right here. I don't know if you can see her. Frida. Rich, nothing goes to waste around here. The pizza is getting eaten. I'm not doing like a mukbang stream where you just where people just watch you eat. That's not this channel, okay? All this pizza will be 100% eaten. Just trying to dump out a little bit of the oil this time. Frida will definitely have a little doggy pizza. Especially the way she's like sitting here just staring at what I'm doing. You actually can see her behind the chat. Oh, she's gone now. It's okay, Rich. I didn't want to keep saying. All right, let's see. The butter didn't really soften up, but that's okay. So this butter is just has garlic mixed in. I just basically grated garlic into the butter. All right, so got the butter, garlic, and I'm gonna put some mozzarella on here. Frida, free. Here, have some cheese. Can you guys see her? Yeah, right here. I'm really rewarding her for barking on that one. I have not made calzones in this oven, if that's what you're asking, but I have, of course, made calzones. Cheese on the lappy. Yep. I wonder, like, they should make a laptop specifically for, like, people who use their computer in the kitchen constantly. At your front door. You found it. Okay. So that's going to cook for a minute and a half, and then I made the cocktail sauce to go on top of it. Christian, someone suggested broccoli. Actually, one of my old friends suggested broccoli. In Bermuda, we were friends with this couple, and they came over, and I asked them, what do you want on your pizza? They said broccoli, pepperoni, pickles. I was like, on one, or is that like, those are your favorite toppings? They said, no, that's one pizza. But the pizza turned out amazing. So if you ever, charred broccoli, pickles, and pepperoni is a fantastic pizza combination. Not Gareth, Rich. Their names were Craig and Laura. And Laura was who messaged me and said, what about broccoli? But I remembered. The butter is like sizzling and kind of lightly cooking the garlic on there. Fantastic. So I will say I've reached my stride of pizza making. It sucks how washed out it looks, but I finally have gotten the hang of the oven after not using it for like a year. And I have this like cocktail sauce. I didn't want to cook the cocktail sauce. I think horseradish gets weird when you cook it. That's why I put it on at the end, if anyone was curious about that. And yes, Mike, this pizza probably could have like some parsley on it. That might be cool. Flour on the phone, flour on the laptop. Need to put a few more pieces of wood in here for the last one. Oh, I guess I don't. It's hard to tell sometimes because it gets very smoky in the hopper. But the fire is still basically like coating the whole ceiling. All right, this pizza is fantastic. Sorry, I just don't want Frida to get a piece of paper. The shrimp is, so one thing I have trouble with sometimes with pizza is like if it's cooking that hot, will the shrimp get overcooked? But because it's like only a minute, it was just enough to really warm them up, honestly. The butter is like dripping from this. And the crust is fantastic. Frida's now licking my napkin because it has flour on it. I guess flavors. Various flavors. Man, that pizza is good. So excited that this oven is finally in play again. So we have one pizza left. This is like the weirder one. Flour on my dog. That's the third part. Okay, let's see, what do I got? Bacon. Peanuts. And I have this habanero blackberry honey. And the blackberries are from Oregon. Or am I supposed to say Oregon, Rich? From Oregon? Will that make me look cool if I say it like that? Just wondering. Anything to be cool. Oregon? Oregon? Frida just keeps running around to different positions for any sort of dropping. Yeah, Oregon berries are the best, especially when they're in beer, I will say. I don't like the oil on here, so I'm just going to wipe it real quick. Frida eats like a queen, so I wouldn't be concerned. Thanks for watching, Teresa. Four pixels. I'm plugged in. It should be fine, Rich. It must be you. All right, so that's basically a blackberry habanero honey. Then we're going to put the bacon on next. Then the peanuts. And some cheese. Rich, I knew you'd like this one. You like the berry combination. The peanuts were throwing me off a little bit. The guy who suggested it actually said bacon, peanut butter, and then like jelly. But I thought the two sauces wouldn't really work, so that's why I switched to peanuts. Hey, Kristen. Yeah, we're here. We're here making pizzas. This is the last one. But all the rest are here, as you can see. And I'm definitely going to be eating these later, as people asked. But it is also like cold out, so it's practically like they're in the fridge, right? Right, peanut butter and jelly, which, okay, like sure, but I don't know. I wanted it to not be like too sweet, which peanut butter and jelly can be. So that was my sort of thought process behind making it this way instead. And because I already had this nice blackberry sauce, which you will see in a recipe maybe in 2 weeks, I think, on a fried chicken sandwich. It was fantastic. Yeah, Frida's going to be sick later from all this dough or flour. But at least I got to stream with her once. That was nice. Normally she's at daycare. Just another minute. Yeah, you definitely have to spin this around because the fire comes from the back. So, but it's easy. They say in the instructions just do it twice, but I usually do 3 sides. So like it only takes a minute and a half to cook. So it's like 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. But when the cover is off, it's not really cooking because the fire doesn't go over the pizza anymore when the cover's off. This looks like a pie. Blueberry pie. She's communicating with our neighbor's dog. They just bark at each other sometimes. Free, it's okay. It's okay. You guys see her there in the corner? The oven's like really going now. It's interesting. The peanuts even got a little toasted on there. It's pretty cool. And as you can see, the cheese like browns immediately. That was the first cheese pull of the day. Man, it's awesome. Ooh, got to get the last picture here. That sauce is like, has such a nice heat to it. So I can't wait for you all to see the sauce recipe, because basically I boiled the blackberries with the honey and the habaneros, and then just blended it and strained it. So strained it out so it wouldn't have the seeds in it. But it's so good. It's like that building heat comes in from the background. Yeah, I made the berry sauce, Rich. The recipe will be up on, I want to say like May 3rd or something, May 2nd. That's great. The bacon is really integral to this because it adds the saltiness that the sweetness would be overpowering, I think, without it. But, well, there we are. 4 really cool pizzas, all suggested by you guys, which is really fun. So I love doing these streams based off your suggestions. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for watching. And like I mentioned, that blackberry sauce will be on my website in a couple weeks. And if you make any of these pizzas or buy an Ooni oven, make sure you tag me. Let me know, because I love this. And I hope you all, if you have a yard, I hope you get one. It's awesome. So, oh, Frida, come here. Come here. Come here. Anyways, I thought I could get her on camera, but I can't. Oh, here we go. Frida, come here. Come here. No, she's not gonna pose for you guys. Anyways, I will see you guys next time, and thanks for watching. I will see you next.